Welcome to the Unemployed Journeyman with Cape Town City here in South Africa, and with qualification to the quarterfinals of the Champions League all wrapped up. It's now time to focus our attentions on the South African FA Cup. A clean sweep of trophies is very much a possibility at the moment. Welcome to the video, folks. And yeah, it's only as I was sitting down to record this video that I actually realised that we are actually on for a clean sweep of trophies. We've already won the South African Super 8s Cup. That was the first trophy we won. Then we won, most recently, the South African Knockouts Cup, retaining the trophy we had last season. The South African FA Cup starts today. We're away from home against Uppington City. So it's not going to be an easy game, but we would be favourites, I would say anyway. The African Champions League, we have qualified from the group stage. We got Pyramids to play today, and then I think it's Army that we're playing afterwards. So yeah, we are 6 points clear of Pyramids, 7 points clear of Pyramids, with only 6 points available. So regardless of what happens in the game against them and Army, we are qualified and qualified top of the group. And in terms of the South African Premier Soccer League, we are top of the division. 21 games played, 13 wins, 7 draws, 1 solitary defeat, a goal difference of plus 23, and we're on 46 points. We're 1 point ahead of the Orlando Pirates, 2 points ahead of Pretoria Callies, both of them team having played a game more, or 2 games more than us, and SuperSport United, who we're 4 points ahead of, they've also played a game more than us. And then you get down to the likes of Swallows, Sundowns and everybody else that I'm not really looking that low down. I kind of feel it's between the top 4 at the moment. Bearing in mind, there's only 30 games in this league season, so most of them have only got 7 or 8 games left. We've got 9 games left. If we have a look at the schedule, the last time you was with me was for the game against TS Galaxy and Army. TS Galaxy in the South African Knockouts Cup final, which we won 3-2, and Army in the Champions League Group B game, which we won 2-0. Since then, we had a bit of an upset when we lost 3-2 away from home to the Orlando Pirates. Lerato Shweni getting a couple of goals in that game. We then played the Cape Town Spurs, who are a pretty poor team in the league this season, and we beat them 4-1 with 2 goals from Kamalo, 1 from Isaac Mofokeng and 1 from Lerato Shweni. Then we played Uppington City away from home and won 2-0. Hopefully we can get a similar result again today. Maloto and Moses on the score sheet in that one. That game obviously followed the big, long mid-season break that we have. Then after Uppington City, we played Amazulu yet again. It's like the 4th time we've played them this season. I'm really hoping I don't get them in the South African FA Cup because I am fed up of playing them. We've won that 3-1 with Nkobo, Frimpong and Shweni getting the goals. Golden Arrows were up next, a narrow 1-0 win in a game where we weren't particularly that good, but we did win the game, and Davu getting a goal on the hour mark. Then we came up against Amatuks in the league at home and drew 1-1. And I started to get a bit concerned around this because I thought it weren't a great performance against Golden Arrows. It's not been particularly good against Amatuks. Is their form starting to slip a little bit? We then played the Remo Stars and won 3-1 in that game. Shweni getting a couple of goals and Kalashawao getting a goal as well. And that brings us to today where we have Uppington City and the Pyramids. I'm not certain if I'm going to play a fully rotated side against Pyramids or whether I'm going to continue with a full strength team. But I kind of feel that game and the game against Army, there's not really much reason to play a full strength side. It's a good opportunity to be able to rest players before we get to the quarterfinals, the semi-finals and the finals. In terms of games we still got to play in the league, we still have to play Sundowns, who are 6th, SuperSport United, who are 4th, Sekakune United, who are 10th, TS Galaxy, who are 9th, Kaiser Chiefs 14th, Swallows 5th, Chipper United, who are 12th, TS Galaxy again, who are 9th, and then the Pretoria Callies, who are 3rd. So there's a mix of tough and winnable games in our end of season running. If we have a look at the finances, we've got £684,000 in the transfer budget. We've still got like £14,000 we can use in the wage budget. We can't use it now because the transfer window, well, actually, I don't think is it closed? Yeah, it has closed. It closed at the end of January. And I'm glad it has closed as well, because the amount of clubs that are bidding for our players, it really was just, it was painful. There has been news with transfers though. We have had a player come in and a player go out. Isaac Mofokeng has gone to Al Wassil. He had a release clause in his contract for £500,000. They activated it, so he is gone, and it's quite sad that he's gone. Really, I liked Isaac Mofokeng. He was one of their better players. Actually, I mean, you see here how good he is. He is a very, very good player. We have brought in a replacement from Cape Town Spurs for £245,000 in Michael Metabula. And he's not a direct replacement for him. He's 3-star current and potential. But basically, Kanya Moses, who's got the potential, he's the same current ability, but he's got much more potential. He was only being kept out of the side because of how good Mofokeng was. So he's now taking that number 1 slot on the left-hand side. Matabula is pretty much his backup. Without any further ado, let's move into the first of today's 2 games, which is the South African FA Cup game against Uppington City away from home. And here we are. One more bit of transfer news to bring you as well, actually. Baba Goudiaby is joining Generation Foot on the 1st of July at the end of his contract on a free transfer. So we will be looking for a left-sided wing-back to come in during the summer. But the team and the injury news for today as well is that Ayanda is still out injured and Nkobo is also out injured. Bit of a blow for us. Kalashaweo has played the last couple of games. This could be the reason why we've maybe dropped off a little bit in the last couple of games. But we go with Gomazulu in goal, Jabali left back, Frimpong right back, Massetti and Roman in the centre of defence, Gabesi and Maloto in midfield, Moses and Kalashaweo out wide with Kamalo and Shweni up top. Let's get into the game then. And like I say, we did win 2-0 in the league against Uppington City at their ground. I mean, that is, I was just going to say woeful. And yeah, they've described it as woeful. We really should be winning this game. There's not really an excuse when you consider how poor their form is. If they just suddenly turn up and put us to the sword today, it will be very, very disappointing. And we are almost full strength. Like I say, there's no Nkobo, who definitely would be in our first choice team. Shweni is through. Shweni scores 18th goal of the season for Lorato Shweni. It may have even been Kamalo that got the assist. Was it Kamalo? Yeah, it was him. So again, as I said in previous episodes, I do like it when our strikers combine together. Right, they have a corner now. We're still inside the first 10 minutes of the game. They have the ball on the right-hand side, but the ball in the box doesn't go to any of their players, and we can bring it away. It's with Kamalo, cutting infield, gives it to Shweni, finds Kalashaweo on the right-hand side. He gives it now to Maloto, towards Moses, and Kanya Mo is going to be offside. The referee's running into position. As soon as you see the referee running down here quicker than any of the players on the field can run, then you know full well that that is being disallowed. So keep an eye on that for the next time, or for in future when we score goals, that if the referee comes running into shot, you know exactly what's about to happen. Right, Shweni's kind of been put through. He's got one man with him. He's going to pull it back. Or maybe he's not. I'm not really sure what happened there. But there's a penalty being given. That looked like it was outside the box. I'll be quite honest. I mean, if there's justice for Uppington City, we won't score this. But Kamalo steps up and he does score it. Kamalo gets his 24th goal of the season. I mean, there's like over 40 goals between our 2 strikers. That is an insane amount of numbers. Most of their goals do obviously come from them. And yeah, we are 2-0 up. Both strikers getting on the score sheet. Kamalo from the penalty spot. Kamalo also providing for Shweni as we go towards 10 minutes left of the first half. Frimpong now with a throw-in over on the right-hand side. He tried getting it back to Kalashaweo but couldn't. Roman gives it to Massetti. He now goes with a ball over the top towards Lorato Shweni. Pulls it back for Kalashaweo. It's pinging about a bit. They've managed to clear their lines and keep possession, but then they lose possession. Frimpong gives it to Kalashaweo, back to Sifo Roman and to Massetti. We're passing the ball around nicely. Kamalo's through. Kamalo scores. 25th goal of the season for Kamalo. It's 3-0 to Cape Town City in the first round of the FA Cup. And I think we've probably got this game won. As I say that, we might concede a goal now just before half-time. Or we might score one. Who knows? I mean, we will know. We're about to find out. Gabesi to Massetti. Jabali gives it to Kanya Moses. Couldn't quite find Kamalo. They're on a pretty promising counter-attack here. He's got the whole goal in front of him, but Gomazulu picks out a good save to stop them from scoring. They've got a corner now. It's going to be an in-swinger from the left-hand side. Jabali defends it well and clears it. And the highlight comes to an end as we've got 2 minutes to be added on at the end of the first half. And that is half-time. A very good, very solid first half of football from us there. Hopefully now we can just see the second half out. We don't need highlights. Kalashaway's on a 6.5 and Mo's on a 6.6. Well, 6.4 now. I didn't think they'd been playing that badly, actually. I thought they'd had a decent game. I'm not saying they should be like a 7.5 or anything, but surely they're a little bit better than a 6.4 and a 6.5 that they've got at the moment. But we're going to... Right, Massetti's got an injury, so we're going to bring him off for Nlovu. And I think Kalashaway can come off for Fernando Benjamin. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, we just do it. Moses can come off as well. Matabula can come on for him. I probably will be playing Matabula from the start in the game against Pyramids, because it's a game that if we lose, it really doesn't matter, to be honest. But they have a corner now, and it's a goal. They've pulled one back. Lorato Patel, first goal of the season for him. Do you find that people score their first goals of the season against you quite often? I mean, we are like over halfway into the season by this point. So, yeah, right. Gabesi can come off for Masuku. And who else would I like to bring off at this point? I think Simo Williams can come on for Emmanuel Frimpong. And that's all 5 of our substitutions made. I don't usually make them this early into a match, just in case we get an injury and I end up having to play with 10 men. Hopefully that doesn't happen on this occasion. But with 10 minutes to go, we're not getting many highlights in the second half, which, like I said earlier, is fine with me. Jabali wins the ball back. Kamalo has it now, finds Matabula, who can come forward. He went for goal rather than trying to find an assist. And he was quite a long way out, really. That was a pretty poor shot from him. But maybe our wide players are just not meant to be having a very good game today, because not a single one of them has really actually done anything. 4 minutes added on. The game now gets drawn to a close. The referee blows his whistle. A 3-1 win against Uppington City. That is what I call doing business. Swallows have put Chipper United out. Right, let's move into the next game against Pyramids. Right, welcome back. And as you can see from the lineup, we've gone for a completely different 11 in this game to what we had against Uppington City. Like I say, the result of this game and the game against Army means absolutely nothing. We're going to finish top whether we win, lose or draw. So we're just going to get some game time into the minutes of players that severely need some great game time. So we've got Mokawena in goal, Goudiaby left back, Williams right back, and Lovu and Ayanda in the centre of defence. Masuku and Shalembe in the centre of midfield. Matabula and Benjamin out wide with Ndevu and Mayambela up top. That's Daniel Mayambela, by the way, not the other Mayambela that no longer plays for us, obviously. Right, let's get into the game. I'm not really expecting a great deal from this. I'm assuming we're going to lose, mainly because of how much our players are lacking sharpness and condition and all that sort of stuff. But who knows? It gives them an opportunity to show me what they're made of, to see if any of them can make a meaningful contribution to the game. And if we get a draw or a win out of it, then that's a bonus, and I'm very happy with that. And we've got through the first 15 minutes. We now have a corner to us on the left-hand side, goes towards the back post. It comes out to Benjamin. Masuku with the shot, and it's gone wide. It wasn't too far out by the looks of it, but it did look high and wide. Pyramids playing in the blue, by the way, so we're in our changed away kit for today. And that's a ball over the top that didn't really go. Now, this is what I'm saying about, so I'm just going to pause it there, because why didn't he just let that go out of play and go to a goal kick? You see that in real life football all the time, where the ball will bounce around there and the defender will just see it out and then give it to the goalkeeper and they take a goal kick. You don't see that happen in FM. Maybe I'm just expecting too much from FM's match engine. Maybe that'll change with the new one when FM25 comes out, when it comes out. Here's Masuku anyway. Ball over top for Mayambela. That's probably going to be offside. It's going to be reviewed by VAR. I don't doubt that. It's actually not. That does actually stand. Wow. Okay. Mayambela took that very, very well. Masuku with a great pass over the top, and Mayambella just beautifully put that away. I've got to say, that was a very good bit of finishing. Undersold ourselves there, and we've now given the ball away to Pyramids as they attack, looking for pretty much an instant reply, and the shot goes over the bar. I think the last time we saw Mo Kawena was when he had a hideous goal that he conceded. Was it against TS Galaxy, where it just kind of gently rolled past him? Oof, that one's hit the woodwork. We're living a bit dangerously defensively at the moment. Pyramids are getting opportunities. They've not had a shot on target yet, but they're just skimming the top of the bar, and they're hitting the bar and all this sort of stuff. Ball into the box now. Benjamin picks up the loose ball on the right-hand side. Tried to find Shalembe, but undersold him again. And this time they can bring the ball away. They do seem to favour this right-hand side, Pyramids. There's no doubt about that. Now they switched it to the left-hand side, but Williams intercepts nicely. We can counter-attack. We've got men forward. Here's Metabula and Davu, sorry. And Davu has scored. It's 2-0. And new signing Metabula getting an assist. And our very much fully rotated team, 2 shots on target, 2 goals, being quite clinical in this game. We've got 1 minute to be added on. That is it. It's half time. You're doing brilliantly. Keep going. I mean, there's nothing else left to say. They react when I praise them and tell them they're doing brilliant. I don't know what that was of a kick-off. I really don't. I mean, talk about put yourself in trouble right from the start of the game. Aren't you meant to kick backwards when you kick off? Or is the rule changed and I'm just out of touch? Probably out of touch. Let me know in the comments. I'll probably have to Google it soon because I'm quite curious as to that now. Right, they're attacking. They're on the left-hand side. They get the ball into the box and it's 2-1. 15th goal of the season from Ratib. And an early way back into the game for Pyramids. They've now actually had more shots on target than what we have. So they seem to have come out with a bit of a mission in this second half. But here's Mayambella, gives it to Williams and Davu. What a ball for Benjamin. Fernando Benjamin, and it's 3-1. Second goal of the season for Fernando Benjamin. He's staking a claim for that place on the right-hand side instead of Kalashawayo while Nkobo's injured. Well, I've got bad news for him. Nkobo's due back very soon, so it doesn't really matter. But, you know. Right, here they go again. We're trying to clear it, but we can't. They still have possession of the ball into the box, and it's now 3-2. Again, we concede pretty soon after scoring. 5 minutes after scoring, in actual fact. Right, we have a free kick. Fernando Benjamin is going to... I was going to say it's not going to go in, and it didn't go in, so that's not a surprise. Bit of a frantic start to this second half, the opening 20 minutes of it. Right, Mokoena with a goal kick. They have the ball again. They're going to equalise there, aren't they? They've come out really on a mission in this second half. That was a absolutely pitiful ball forward, I have to say. Right, we win it back again, and David to Mayambella finds Fernando Benjamin, who's probably been one bright spark for us in this game. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. Oh, it's towards Mayambella. He picks it up. Oh no, it's Metabula to Ndavu. And Ndavu's shooting from a very close angle, and I think the keeper saved it because it's gone out for a corner. Metabula is going to go short by the looks of it to Ndavu. Back to Metabula into the box, and Ayanda with the header over the bar. Right, I think we're going to look at what substitutions we're going to make. Who does the game say has been their best player? They say it's been Metabula, actually, followed by Ndavu. I mean, shout out to Fernando Benjamin. Surely he's had a really good game. Right, Ayanda I will take off because he's literally only just come back from injury. So we'll take him off. And I think or is it Shalembe? Shalembe I think we're going to take off and bring Meloto on. I was going to take Masuku off because he does look rather tired. But we'll give him a bit more time. I mean, he's not going to be playing in the next game. We'll be back to our normal starting 11 then. Here's Mayambella. Gives it to Simo Williams. Finds Meloto, who kept the run going. Benjamin, oh my word. That is probably the closest you can get to scoring a goal without actually scoring a goal. Right, final 10 minutes approaching. I think we will take Masuku off now because I don't want him to get injured. Then Metabula can come off. Actually, no, do you know what? I'm going to leave them on That might actually be the only change I make. 'Cause I don't really want... yeah, I think that's going to be the only change we're going to make. I just don't feel the need to bring on any of our first teamers when we can give them the match off, basically. Just let them sit there on the bench, enjoying the sunshine. And that was very close to being 3-3. I kind of feel like Pyramids are going to get a third, more likely than us getting a fourth. It's been a pretty close game, actually. To be fair, you'd probably say a draw wouldn't be an unfair result. It has been pretty close. 2 minutes to be added on, and that is the full-time whistle. And our backup team has seen the win through and beaten Pyramids by 3-2 away from home. I mean, we have absolutely cakewalked this league. 10 points clear of Pyramids. Remo Stars are also on 5 points. We play Army next. It's going to be a shootout between Pyramids and Remo Stars as to who goes through with us. I must admit, I've been disappointed in Pyramids. I thought they were going to be a lot better. Right, let's have a look at the schedule, because the next time you see me, we're going to play that Champions League game off camera. We don't need to do that, and it's a pointless game. So we'll probably come back for the South African Cup second round against whoever that's going to be, unless it's Amazulu, and then I'll probably just not bother showing that on camera. But it'll be around this area here somewhere, because that's where I imagine the Champions League quarter-final will be, around this area somewhere as well. What I also want to point out is we played Chipper here on the 19th of March, sorry. Then our next game is 3 weeks later on the 8th of April. And then our next league game is like a month and a half later on the 21st of May. This is madness, how there's so much of a gap. We played Chipper United on the 19th of the 3rd, and it takes 2 months to play our next 2 league games. I don't understand how that can be a thing. Surely there's time within this calendar somewhere where you can fit these games in. But I would imagine during this gap between Chipper United and TS Galaxy, we'll also have Champions League games as well, if we get to the semi-finals, that is. So, yeah, tomorrow's episode is likely to be Champions League quarter-final time. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.